So lately I've been on this kick about do hard things, how important it is. And I don't know where I first heard it from. Maybe it was David Goggins. Maybe it's one of his things. Sounds like it would be one of his things. Maybe it was somewhere else. Maybe it was multiple places. But doing hard things makes for a better life, makes for us to be able to handle the curveballs that life will always throw at us. From time to time, we're going to get thrown curveballs, and it's good to be able to hit those curveballs back. You know, what spurred me to put this one out, speaking to a client recently, and, you know, the client is doing really well in a lot of ways. However, the client is not doing exercise, not the kind that he really needs to. His lab markers show it. The objective data shows it. He needs strength training, like muscle and bone strength training. He really needs better bones, and which is most enhanced from strength training. So, and he was just like, his attitude was like, I know I hate the gym, but I know I just got to do the gym. But it was like, I know I just got to do the gym. And it was like, I was appreciating that he recognized that. However, it was so disheartening because I knew there was about this much chance of success long-term, right? He might be one of those people who goes to the gym for a day, a week, maybe a month, maybe even 3 months, but is not going to be long-term, not with an attitude like that. And while in an ideal world, you know, he wanted to be out on the farm doing farm work, and that's great. I would highly recommend he do that. However, he didn't have that set up to be part of his daily life or his daily routine. And so I encouraged him, is there a way, you know, we had a little discussion, is there a way you can make that happen? Yes, but not on a daily basis. It's like, okay, well then on a daily basis, or not necessarily daily basis for strength, you know, lifting heavy things. That doesn't need to be every day, but that ought to be 3 days a week, you know, if not more, but at least 3 days a week, at least 2 days a week. And so the conversation ensued, could you change your frame of mind to recognize that doing hard things can really serve you really well? And not just can you recognize that, but are you willing to take that step, grab the bull by the horns and say, you know what, I'm going to get comfortable with doing hard things. I'm going to get comfortable with it. In other words, never maybe totally comfortable, but I'm going to embrace the fact that life is going to throw me hard curveballs, and certain things are going to be, you know, for my health, for my wellness. Maybe I need to step out of bounds from my mainstream day and stop being so soft and take the bull by the horns and do hard things. And even commit to doing at least one hard thing every day. Now, doing a hard thing, if you're someone who is not on top with your emotions, maybe that doing the hard thing is simply like journaling out, here's how I felt today, here's how I'm feeling now, right? That could be doing a hard thing for somebody. It could be a very easy thing for another person. Same with going to the gym and lifting weights. That's super easy for people who've trained themselves or who just naturally love that stuff. Right? But it's really hard for the next person. But when I look at a bone density scan and it's showing weak sauce bones, it's like, guess what? You got to lift hard things. You got to do hard things with your body because bones like that pounding, bones like that muscle, that muscle to contract and pull on the tendons and stretch those ligaments. The tendons attach to the bone and the bone gets strong with that strain. And so I thought that would be a good one to share because I think we're all just wusses today. I think so many of us are wusses. You know, there's not enough people who do hard things, who commit to hard things. And as I always say, I'm speaking to myself. Okay, this is not you're doing something wrong, I'm all right. I'm speaking to myself as much as I am to each of you. So I'm kind of motivating myself right now. Too. And at the same time, I hope maybe this resonates with you. And I would encourage everyone to do a hard thing every day. You know, maybe that's take a cold shower, right? you're never going to like it unless you just literally went out and it's a hot summer day and you worked out. Then it's kind of enjoyable to step into a cold shower. But first thing in the morning, if you're that type of person, showering person, it can be pretty uncomfortable. So that's just one thing. Maybe it's journaling about your emotions if that's not your kind of MO. Maybe it's going to the gym, lifting weights, even if that's not your preference or MO, if it's going to serve you to strengthen up your bones, get those muscles strong. Yeah, do hard things.